What is up, space pirates? This is your Admiral, the audaciously adamant Dr. Disaster, and Sydney Sweeney just committed a cardinal PR sin these days, probably the worst thing that you can do if you are being targeted and attacked by the progressive shitlibs out there is to apologize. That's the worst thing you can do.
I'm sorry. It's too late.
Sydney put out a series of ads this past summer, and the feminists lost their damn minds because she's prettier than them, so they tried to call her racist and all sorts of other things, and to her credit, at first, she just didn't engage with that garbage at all. But she clearly got the phone call saying that she was done in Hollywood if she didn't apologize, because this is what she just said in a recent interview. She said, "I was honestly surprised by the reaction. I did it because I love the jeans and love the brand. I don't support the views. Some people chose to connect to the campaign. Many have assigned motives and labels to me that just aren't true. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm always trying to bring people together. I'm against hate and divisiveness. In the past, my stance has been to never respond to negative or positive press, but recently I have come to realize that my silence regarding this issue has only widened the divide, not closed it. So, I hope this new year brings more focus on what connects us instead of what divides us."
Is just plain chicken shit.
Chicken shit?
Chicken shit.
It sucks to hear that, because I was hoping we had finally found someone with the courage to fight back, but there's someone in the gaming world at least who has had the courage not to apologize for offending the delicate sensibilities of the progressive shitlibs, and I really appreciate it. The CEO of Saber Interactive, as many of you may remember, dropped this comment last year in an Asmongold video right after Warhammer Space Marine 2 released, and in this comment he talks about how disgusted he is at other game studios for all of the ridiculous political messaging that they inject in their games, and naturally he took a lot of flack for this, but I appreciate his handling of all that flack.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
With that in mind, I am very pleased to say that a fairly reputable leak has just dropped, saying that one of the greatest video games ever made, particularly if you are a Star Wars fan and you love RPGs, but the Knights of the Old Republic Remake is apparently going to get a big reveal in a few days at the Game Awards. Years ago, the remake was first announced, and then it sounded like it might be getting shut down, and it was handed off to Saber Interactive, and then there was confusion about what was going to happen to the game after Saber broke off from the Embracer Group and essentially went independent, but earlier this past year, Saber put out a statement saying all of their projects were still being worked on, which a bunch of us noted would include the KOTOR remake. And now, the rumor is that at the Game Awards in just a few days, we are going to get a big announcement about this game, and maybe even a release date. And if this all works out, as far as I'm concerned, Saber deserves another massive win.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Alright, me hearties, make sure you smash the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. We have just crossed another subscriber milestone, so you likely know what question I am obliged to ask next.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow?
Yo! We are now sitting at 177,000 space pirate a-holes in this Buccaneer crew, and as is the custom on this channel, with every 1,000 subscribers, we add a new ship to the fleet in order to house the new guys. This time, one of you out there suggested that we go with the Albion here from Gundam, which can be seen floating around in the back. If anyone else has recommendations for future ships, drop them into the comment section and I will add them to my long list. Super chats get sent to the top of the list with the other super chats, and also, for your reference, I will be adding an alphabetized list of the ships already in the fleet to the description of this video. But, in any case, thanks for being here everyone, and I will do my best to continue to earn your viewership.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Anyways, let's take a look at this news that one of my favorite old games is being remade by one of my favorite current studios. This article here comes from The Game Post, talking about the leak that KOTOR is going to be announced in a few days. It says here, this week, well-known industry leaker Kurakasis, I hope I'm pronouncing that correct, but anyway, that person started teasing a major Star Wars game announcement on X. In their first post, they told followers that a big Star Wars game reveal is coming very soon, and made it clear the project is not a Star Wars Zero Company or Star Wars Eclipse, both of which are already public and in development. A big Star Wars game announcement is coming very soon, the leaker said in a post on X. And just to be clear, this announcement has nothing to do with Star Wars Zero Company or Eclipse. In a follow-up quote tweet posted today, they went further and gave an explicit hint about the title itself. According to the leaker, the name of this big mystery game literally ends with the words "The Old Republic." I mean, that is basically explicitly telling us what game is getting the big reveal, and I am pretty damn stoked because I love the hell out of Saber Interactive. The most obvious reason is that they've gotten my attention with Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2, a game which I enjoyed so much that it spurred me into going out and buying my first official Warhammer Mini. I'm still working up the confidence to open it up and paint it, but it was an extremely incredible game that bucked the trend in gaming and unapologetically featured strong, heroic, and uncompromising male soldiers, the likes of which took me back to something akin to Gears of War and Marcus Phoenix. And to top it off, as I was saying before, the CEO of the company appears to have dropped this comment on an Asmongold video from last year, talking about the state of the gaming industry and what they are trying to accomplish as a studio. Let me read this comment to you. He wrote, "Hey man, CEO of Saber here. I love your videos. When we signed the deal to make Space Marine 2, all I wanted was a throwback game. We had the chance to work on something which, by its nature, was old school. I can't even comprehend many of the current games we play these days. They are too complex and too much of an investment. We worked on Halo back in the day, and that game could be distilled down to the simplest of shooting loops, but it was entirely addicting. That is what we wanted to recapture. I hope that games like Space Marine 2 and Wukong are the start of a reversion to a time when games were simply about fun and immersion. I spent some time as Chief Operating Officer at Embracer, and I saw games there that made me want to cry with their overblown attempts at messaging or imposing morals on gamers. We just want to do some glory kills and get that heart rate up a little. For me, that is what games should be about." And now, unlike Sydney Sweeney, this guy never apologized, and because of that, he has earned my trust. As long as they don't violate that, this will remain just about my favorite studio these days, and I will consider anything they put out to be damn near an automatic purchase. Naturally, there were a lot of articles written last year, like this one from game journalists, angry that Saber Interactive would not condemn what was said in that comment. They wanted him to say that it either wasn't him or that he apologizes, but he didn't do that. And in fact, if you look here, the CEO of Saber actually seemed to confirm that the post was really him on his LinkedIn profile talking about it. But Other than that confirmation, the guy has not commented on any of this at all, which is precisely the way that you handle these smearmongers in the media. The only reason that they have power is because powerful people give them access. But if you ignore them, they lose their fangs. So, with all of that in mind, you can probably understand why I am so pumped for this Knights of the Old Republic game that we are supposedly getting a big re-reveal for at the Game Awards. Unless something changes, this is a day one purchase for me. It makes me sad that Sydney Sweeney couldn't have maintained her defiance in a similar way to the CEO of Saber. I imagine though that there was a lot more pressure on her since she is much more high profile, and I imagine that she got that phone call saying that if she ever wanted Hollywood work again, she needed to play nice. But let's face it, she already has FU money, and the only reason to apologize is because she is addicted to the limelight and doesn't want to give it all up. And the worst trouble is that this didn't help anyway. These people aren't going to stop attacking her. They will still hate her, they will still call her names. It's just that now she won't be getting any defense from the likes of us, those of us that she essentially condemned. Oh well, I guess some people have to learn the hard way not to pander to psychos, but I'm gonna leave it there. Obviously, we have to take this KOTOR leak with a pinch of salt, but if it's correct, then is this a day one purchase for you? Drop your thoughts into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.